TACC, one child, one youth, one TACC, you think big, you. Together we can do this in our continent, you. Think big, you. I say one TACC, one child, one youth, one TACC, you. Think big, you. Together we can do this in our continent, you. Think big, you.
Today being the 28th of August 2022, this is Street Abundance. And so this morning, I will caption, let's talk about TACC in a global setting with the uncertainties and the challenges that surrounds this new technology that is called cryptocurrency and blockchain. And I hope that the Tiashans, that they will take time to listen. We're talking about TACC because there's some in the community, they do not take any time to follow up on what is going on in TACC or in the industry overall. And so we'll be talking about the victories, the challenges, the setbacks that TACC had to face. 2019, we start this project in November, where like-minded people challenge Mr. Abundance. If you do not like what was presently going on in TBC, create your own coin. That was the challenge. And sometimes we need to go back to come forward. And Abundance took up the challenge. The challenge was taken up in the greatest financial meltdown that this world has ever witnessed, that puts a lot of traditional and non-traditional business in the grave today. They no longer exist because of COVID. But TACC weathered that storm. In June of last year, we were able to certify the coins and to place the coin officially on an exchange, which is BIREC, or First Exchange. The coin and the system, because up until that time, Abundance had total control of where the coin goes. But it comes a time, a baby does not remain a baby. And so in the process, he or she will grow into adulthood and make decision for him or herself. And so that is where we are today in the community of Tiashans. We are all grown up and we are all asked to make your decisions. And when you make your decisions and you do not get the favorable results, or that you have gotten the favorable results, it is in your hands. TACC embarked on several other initiatives, and I'm just giving you the backdrop. and the challenges and our successes, as I mentioned before, put it in a global context. And so we embarked on several other enhancement apps to solidify the base of TACC, because this is a foundation that we're building not only for this generation, but the next and the unborn. We embark upon our mobile app. The mobile company is the first time I contracted an African company, because a lot of our people were saying, Abundance, you know, this is mostly an Afro-Caribbean driven initiative, which is true. And sometimes we need to trust our people, which is true. But may I say to you that that decision is the most expensive decision I have made to date in TACC without the proper benefits. A lot of you can recall that we were supposed to have a mobile app done by Ratspay out of Kenya. And Ratspay basically scammed TACC. Now, as a result of that, that dissolved the company, or two of the directors split up because of Ratspay action, and they have called themselves Ajax. Now, Ajax continue with the mobile apps up to today, but it seems like it's an extended of the characteristics of Ratspay, because they have prolonged the mobile app, and when they have been questioned or when comments are being made constructively that the apps, the mobile app is not functioning, even technicians from other apps that are being developed, he said that their technology is not compatible with our blockchain, and so it is creating glitches. Now, they don't want to hear that. They're spinning the blame on everybody else. And so now they're supposed to be finishing the iOS version. And they are not too happy because they're not the one that is going to maintain the app, because they have not produced on time, and anything they have done is not without challenge. A lot of you in the forum, the merchant app wasn't without challenge. When we went on the exchange, they were doing the mobile app, and that I think it was Ajax that was doing the mobile, the desktop wallet. A lot of you can remember when we went on the exchange and we had to go back to Byrake wallet because that system was not working. It's the same company. And so I am still waiting for them to deliver a working app, or if not, send back the investors' money. They're out of Kenya, by the way. And I told them that they must deliver because they already gotten paid to deliver. And so, working with sincere and honest people in this industry is not easy to find them, especially our own. Especially our own. And so we had the blockchain being developed, which was a success. The desktop wallet being developed by Byrake, that too was a success. The staking has been done. And so we have a lot of accomplishment that we can point to in TACC. The exchange, I want the Tiaxians to understand that technology is dynamic. And the challenges that one faces, you can only know when you take your first step and are on the journey. The exchange was promised to be delivered in 10 to 12 weeks. And so it should have been delivered round about the end of April, May of this year. I told the House that after we have commissioned the exchange, we made several changes to enhance the exchange, of which will take time. A lot of you can recall that the Lightning Network was recommended to be a part of the exchange, which will greatly enhance quick transaction on the blockchain that will benefit everybody. And it has scalability, significant scalability, of which Bitcoin blockchain does not have. You were also told that we are doing customization where the KYC is concerned. As it is now, you can trade on Birec without doing your KYC, and that is why a lot of rogues are trading, attacking the coin, but you don't know their identity because they did not have to do a KYC to trade. I told you that we are putting in mechanism in place to capture everyone on this exchange, even before they trade one coin. So we know who is doing what. Did I not say that to the global community? You think that these changes will not take time? And so when you would have introduced person to TACC, I told you, no, if you don't follow what is happening in the community, you will be frustrated. If you don't follow what is happening in the industry, you will be frustrated. I mentioned coin payment not too long ago. Coin payment boasted of over 2 million users in over 182 countries. I pointed to you the last time, over 20 countries are now under a freeze zone that they no longer operate in. That's the dynamics. CREX 24, they sent out notification that they're no longer operating in certain countries because of regulation. Coinbase, Binance, they're all running all over the place today, trying to set up in a friendly destination. You think the cryptocurrency space is easy? We had a lot of companies that came in the crypto space and defraud investors of millions. We know about the famous OneCoin that run off with millions of investors' money. We heard what happened in South Africa not too long ago. We are now feeling the effect of Tesla Luna, where over 200 trillion US dollars in assets were wiped out of the crypto space. You think that is small money? You think it will not affect TACC? Is TACC isolated? And so, just to bring it home, because I am saying these things in the context of TACC in an international space that does not operate unto itself, that is interlinked. And so, even those who would have invested in Bitcoin in November last year, when Bitcoin was at 69,000. If you would have bought 10 Bitcoin, you would have paid 690,000 for the 10 Bitcoin. Today, what is those coin worth? Bitcoin is now at 19,994 and 20 cents the last time I saw it. It means that those 10 coins value have now been reduced to 199,942. I'm talking about 690,000 a couple months ago, reduced to 199,942. A loss of over $490,000. I'm talking about the reality of this crypto space. And so many of us, when we enter TACC, for some of us is our second coin, for some of us is our first coin. For Abundance, it was my second coin, but my first public coin. And so even in that process, I learned so much that I did not know, because the first coin I entered, it was a private coin. And so a private coin is like night versus day when it comes to public coin. And so what you thought you knew then, you got a wake-up call. And so Abundance had to navigate the deepest water in the financial crisis, learning at the same time, adjusting to a new dynamics and formula while keeping the boat afloat. It's not easy. It's just like learning to swim in the middle of an ocean with a hurricane storm surrounds you. That is what I had to maneuver. And so a lot of the Tiacians did not understand the concept of cryptocurrency, and most of them have been engaged with smart contract of scams that promise them when they enter with $10, they enter with $100, they will get 6 and 7 times more within a month. And so a lot of those smart contracts and scam programs were plenty. And yes, a few people make money, but majority of those people got duped. And so that is what a lot of you coming into TACC, and even in TBC, we have our own enemies, because we came out of a system that is now maybe nearly 10 years old, that promised the investors billions and asking them to pay monthly fees. And the structure was without foundation. And because I discovered and uncovered that structure without foundation, a lot of our people hated Mr. Abundance. They surrounds the admin, which is a Caucasian, and they vow to support him with their last breath to ensure that TACC does not survive. Now, a few of them, eyes were open after, but majority of them still fail to open their eyes because they're benefiting from the scamish program. They're benefiting from the scam that is going on now. And so there's a lot of them in TACC that are trading the coin at nothing, because the success of TACC will turn TBC on its head. And a lot of people will not be able to live where they live today. And so the only how we are going to move from where we are and to break the curse is to speak in one voice. And the only how we're going to speak in one voice is to educate ourselves as to what has happened, what is happening, and what is to come. Having an exchange is added security for TACC. Having our exchange or not does not determine the appreciative value of the coin. TACC could have been on one exchange. A matter of fact, when we started out first, when the coin went to over $30, we were on one exchange. We weren't on two exchanges. We were at one exchange when TACC went to 30-something dollars. The people in the forum can recall that. And so don't blame exchange for the value of TACC. We need to ask ourselves, what have we learned? And are we being current with what is going on in the international market? And what are the challenges that are in TACC? Because every juncture, I told you what is going on. I told you that the exchange, just the other day, I unearthed from Africa, I unearthed a parallel system in the company that is now doing our exchange. That there were inside work going on, but I could not know, and you would not have known, because you know the information that they're giving you, both channels are on the same page. So it's just like we have a team, we're working for a company. I'm just breaking down, because some of you don't listen to these audios. It's just like we're working for a team and there's 6 of us. And so we have one person that is in the know. He might have a friend that is even outside of the company. And he said, my man, this is what we're now doing. So this is what the information that we have. And so I will feed you the information. So when you speak with the guy, you will think that you're a part of us when you're not. And so as we make requests, you will also know what the requests we're making. And so that was what was happening. And so there were 2 parallel channels that I was dealing with, not knowing that one was a fraud and one was authentic. Until when I realized that there's something wrong. A matter of fact, I picked up a signal since in April, and I alert both channels that I did not like what was happening, but they did not address that until lately, when I, because of my wisdom, I halt all communication and said something here is not right. And so when it gets to the executive, they now realize that there were 2 channels, and a channel that was open that was not authorized from the top. As a result of that, 3 persons were fired, and a legal investigation is still going on. But the monies that was paid into that channel were refunded by the company, because it's not Abundant's fault. It was an inside job. Just like, you had people that go to jail in America for inside trading. That's what happens. And so all these affect the delivery time of TACC. And I told the community that. There's nothing hidden here. And so we need to have patience. Bitcoin did not reach to 69,000 in its first or second or in its 10th year. It took Bitcoin 12 years to reach at that level. I am saying to the community of Tiashans, we are building a foundation, and all you need to do is to keep abreast of what is happening and tell the truth. Speak the truth to the people that you are engaging with. That's it. TACC is not a quick fix, is not a hype. This is Chief Abundance saying to the global community of Tiashan, we are on the right side of history. There's a lot that is going on. And so what may take 3 years, 5 years, some company 12 years. If we keep focus and speaking in one voice, our success of financial wealth for generation can be achieved quicker than we first believe. Good morning.